Hi Robert, how is it to be part of the remake from Blood Feast?
It's awesome. I'm enjoying myself. We're shooting here in beautiful Germany in the countryside. We're also shooting in Paris, and I'm really excited to be a part of this film.
Do you saw the original from Blood Feast?
Yes, I saw the original when I was a boy as part of a matinee downtown LA with my grandfather, and I remember it to be quite shocking. And then I saw it again recently when I was preparing for the role, and I thought that it was a blast, and no wonder why the horror fans, love the movie so much.
What is your role?
I get to play Fouad Ramses. Fouad is a husband and a father, and he owns an American diner in Paris, and he becomes quite obsessed with desire and fantasy, and he walks a fine line between reality and complete insanity. I think that his intentions are fantastic, but his actions are unsound, and that's what drew me to the role.
Okay. Blood Feast was the first splatter movie ever. How bloody it will be now.
Oh, the fans can expect quite a bit of blood. We're paying homage to the first film by putting together some great kills, and there's been some fantastic special effects by Ryan Nicholson and Megan Nicholson, and our director, Marcel Walls, is quite adamant about making it nice and bloody.
Good. How was the shoot?
The shoot's going great. We have a fantastic cast and crew. We are working very hard on paying homage to the first film. We want it to be sort of an extension from the first film, utilizing now, I think, more advanced special effects and camera technology. So the show's going great, and we're having a really great time. We're taking our job quite seriously, but without taking ourselves too seriously.
What do you think about remakes?
I think remakes can be hit and miss. I mean, there's been some remakes to me that have been better than the original. There's been some remakes that I thought didn't pay homage, nor did they complement the original. And we're hoping to do both with this film.
Do you know some remake which is better than the original, for example?
Yeah, one example I think off the top of my head was Last House on the Left. I enjoyed the original. I saw the original when I was a young boy with my grandfather again. We watched horror movies quite a bit growing up. And then when I saw the remake, I thought that the cinematography and the music and the special effects only made it better. I love the acting, and I just thought it was one of those remakes that gives the open door for other filmmakers to do remakes. And on the other hand, some remakes just don't work, like the remake for me personally of Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
I thought it was too soon. I thought that the Jack Earl Haley that played Freddy Krueger was quite fantastic, and I think that he's a terrific actor, but I just didn't think that the remake held a candle to the original.
Yes. What are your favorite movies?
Well, I grew up loving horror movies, and I like all different genres, but sticking with the horror genre, some of my favorite movies have been The Exorcist, Carrie, Last House on the Left. I loved The Town That Dreaded Sundown. I love the Halloween franchise, the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, Friday the 13th. But my favorite of all time is The Wolfman, starring Lon Chaney Jr. It's always been my favorite. I love the original Dracula and the original Frankenstein. But there's been so many movies of late that have come out in the horror genre that have been really entertaining, and and there's been some lately that I don't think really pay tribute to the horror fans. So we're hoping that this film will be entertaining, and we're hoping that this film becomes successful as a franchise.
Okay. Do you know some German words?
Well, I know some of the words that you need to get around town, which is like Dankeschön and Nein. You always need to know the word Nein. And also the newest word in my German vocabulary is reinstecken. Reinstecken! Und jawohl! Silence! Danke.
Great. What can we expect in the future with you?
Und quiet! Well, a lot more work in the horror genre. The crew, you know. Following Blood Feast, I have some work coming back in the States, and hopefully I have a little bit of a future on as a recurring character on Ray Donovan. We'll see if they have me back. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. It's a very big TV show in the United States, starring Liv Schreiber. And then I have a production company that I started with my partner Jay Montalvo, which is called Entertainment Playground, and we have about 10 films on the slate, 4 of them that I've written, and the other 6 that we own the property. And the first film is hopefully going to be a film that I wrote with Dustin Warburton called Black Asylum, which is a horror film. I've been putting together a cast and crew of relationships that I've accumulated over the last 32 years of my career, and I'm really hoping to get the financing and distribution for that film so I can begin principal photography, hopefully in the first quarter of 2016.
Okay. Thanks a lot for the interview.
My pleasure.